This morning we spent over 2 hours wandering through Yandabo, a village that has no road access from the outside world and thus is only visited by these river cruises. It was in this village that the British and the Burmese king signed the Treaty Yandabo back in 1855, which allowed the British to expand their presence into the north of Burma. The excellent clay found along the river's banks has resulted in a local pottery industry that was only too obvious as we wandered between the pots. Every corner seemed to bring new vistas of country life and friendly people who went out of their way to show us their homes, work, and school. The husband supports the family by farming and the wife by pottery. To make a kiln for firing the pots, 3,000 pots are arranged in a mound with sticks and straw between them. This mound is then covered with earth. At access holes, a fire is started to burn for 2 days. They also made bricks at this village. We visited the monastery and took these pictures through the windows. We were serenaded by the local school children, and then learned of the work being done by the Panda people in building the new school and monastery. The ice cream man slices ice cream off a roll, then puts it on a short stick for sale. This boat can transport 800 clay pots from the village. Our last afternoon on the cruise ship, we enjoyed watching life on the river. In the morning, we will disembark at Mandalay. Mandalay, the Burmese capital throughout the 19th century, and when the British finally took control in 1885, is in many ways still the cultural and religious center of the country. Our first stop on the tour of the city was a visit to this molding and casting factory. The next stop was a wood carving establishment and silk weaving. The Burmese have made tapestries since the 14th century. This girl's job was to return the needle to the girl above while lying on her back under the frame. We walked down the street to the stone carving shop. This man is sharpening the stone carver's tools. We visited the very popular Maha Muni Pagoda with intricate designs over the arches. You touch different areas on the gong to suit your wish. Our next 3 nights were spent at the deluxe Sedona Hotel, set in the heart of the city and surrounded by acres of gardens and a wonderful pool. Later this afternoon, we visited the Shwemen-Da Palace, the only ancient wooden structure left in the city. Built of teak, it was originally used by the king. The Kuthada Pagoda is seen from a distance, and the next slide is a model of the complex. Crafted in 1857, the pagoda houses the world's biggest book. The text in this 13-acre volume is inscribed on 729 stone slabs, each sheltered in masonry shrines surrounding the pagoda. The slabs have inscribed the entire Buddhist canon. It took an editorial committee numbering over 200 to produce the original slabs. We continued to Mandalay Hill. At 230 meters, it is one of the region's most sacred sites. At the top, there were exceptional views of the city and surrounding plains. This evening we went to the Swedang restaurant in the city center for a Burmese dinner and a colorful display of traditional Burmese dancing and music. Our morning began with a drive to the shores of the Irrawaddy River. At Buffalo Point, we stopped for about 20 minutes to take in the commerce of the riverfront, where an army of workers live their lives in primitive houses and boats, making bamboo walls, loading river boats, and moving massive teak logs. A short drive along the riverfront brought us to our river boat, on which we cruised for about 1 hour to Mingan. At Mingan, we visited 3 sites. First, we stopped at the Mingan Paya, the huge base of the unfinished pagoda, which, if completed, would have dominated the region for many miles. It was cracked by an earthquake. Next, we visited the Mingan Bell. In 1808, the bell was cast. Weighing 90 tons, it is claimed to be the largest hung, uncracked bell in the world. It is hung in a shrine building. The bell is 4 meters high and over 5 meters in diameter at the lip. The last stop on our walk was the whitewashed Mayat Thien Tem Pagoda, noted for its graceful terraces and symmetrical design. During our 45-minute cruise back to Mandalay, we saw these river scenes.